Hi, welcome to the Mind Body Gym, to another workout. Today we're going to talk about predictors for success. I've found that there's 5 things that my successful bariatric clients have in common, and I want to talk to you about what those are today. The first one is that they plan and they track. And most people hate to plan and track. And I want to put this in a big umbrella. Many bariatric patients, in fact, I'd say probably most of us, really don't like to look at ourselves very much. We're looking at other people, we're taking care of them, we're serving them, we're making sure that everything runs smoothly, and we do a lot of self-sacrifice to make that happen. So to focus on us is really difficult. In fact, as you're getting ready for bariatric surgery, or if you've already had it, remember how long you had to just take care of you. You had to go to those appointments, you had to get those tests done, you had to just really focus on yourself. It was hard. It took a lot of time. It was like a full-time job. That's almost the level that you need to put into yourself in the beginning until some of this becomes habit. It's really focusing on yourself, which means you do need to take time to plan. And you do need to track your progress, because you're not going to know if you're doing it right if you have no way to measure it. So tracking is important. And we can track using a tracker. We can track our food. We can track our exercise. We can track just about anything. So it's important to figure out what you want to track and what is the best indicator of success for you. Some people, I know their best indicator of success is the number of carbs they eat, how many grams of carbs they eat or not eat in a day. Some it's the number of steps they get in, some it's the number of calories, some it's a combination of protein, carb, and fat. So it's important to know what's going to work best for you and what it is you need to track. The idea, though, is to plan and then to track it, because that's your accountability, is the way you track. So be realistic. Don't do more than you can, and celebrate when you do it right. Don't just gloss it over, because we tend to do that and just look at the next day instead of celebrating our success. Also, make sure you know how to measure it. The scales are not a great measure. Dress size, pant size, waist size is a better measure. Waist size is actually a great measure for metabolic syndrome and those kinds of things. So figure out a better way to measure than scales. Scales are fine, but don't let that be your only measure. Make sure that you acknowledge effort as well as results. Sometimes effort is actually the better thing to acknowledge, and there's no failure, it's just feedback. And so you just tweak it, you get back in the game, and off you go. And then the fourth thing is, if you fall off the horse, get back on as quick as you can. Don't wait for the next Monday to roll around or the next Sunday, because then we tend to get our last hurrahs back in, and that can cause all kinds of new problems for ourselves. So get back on the horse immediately. You can go off the horse once, you can go off the plan once, just don't go off twice in a row. The next thing is to make sure that you take your supplements every day. This actually helps with cravings. It keeps you healthy and strong. It keeps your body able to absorb nutrients. It gives you the energy that you need. It actually helps increase the willpower through the day, because you don't run yourself down. So don't imagine that you can have good results without your supplements. Making sure that you get your blood work done also will help make sure that your body's absorbing those supplements that you're getting. And if you have any questions, talk to your nutritionist, talk to your doctor, and make sure that you're getting what you need to be successful. The third thing is drink enough water. A lot of times when we think we're hungry, we're actually thirsty. And so when you can, get your water in. And when I say when you can, if you've had surgery, you know that you cannot, there's no way you can get as much water in a day as you're supposed to. And please don't try. Do the best you can and sip. Make sure that you sip and not gulp, because we're used to gulping pre-surgery. Make sure you just sip and get as much in as you can. You will soon enough be able to get your water through your body, and that will really help. Also, make sure that you quit drinking a half an hour before you eat. That's important too. It helps keep the food in your stomach, and it helps keep it from pushing through into your intestines. And you don't want to do either. You want to keep the food in your stomach. You don't want it to push through prematurely. And then as soon as you can, start moving. Most of us can move the day we have surgery, and it feels actually kind of good to get up and walk around. Move as much as you can. Our brains are conditioned and to not think we can move as much as we can. So don't listen to that old conditioning. Practice moving. Practice getting up and doing things and moving instead of having people get stuff for you from the next room. Get up and get it yourself. Instead of using your remote on your TV, get up and change the channel, or get up and go to the TV and then use the remote. Most TVs don't have a way to change channels anymore. But get up and move. And as soon as you can, as soon as the doctor says it's safe, start moving more. Start with walking. Start with yoga. Start with really low contact type movements, really gentle on the joint movements. And then as your doctor okays you to do more, then do more and be excited about figuring out what this new body of yours is going to do. It's almost like getting a new car and figuring out how fast you can drive it down the road and what all the features that it has in it. And then finally, make sure you get enough sleep. Sleep is where we renew our mind and we renew our bodies. And if we don't get enough sleep, our day doesn't get processed emotionally and mentally, and our body can't repair itself physically. Sleep has been shown to decrease the stress hormones that we produce. It's been shown to help repair damage in our bodies. It's been shown to help our emotional and mental facilities a lot. So it also, we know it increases our willpower as well. So if we have something that we want to stick to, we want to get enough sleep to make sure that will happen. So for your workout, what we'd like to do is reflect on how well you're doing in each of these 5 areas, and then celebrate in those areas that you're doing well. In the areas that you want to improve on, create a plan to do it. And it helps to habit stack. If you're used to brushing your teeth, put your vitamins by your toothbrush so that you put the 2 habits together, and the vitamins will the toothbrushing will remind you to take your vitamins. And then it's really important as your evening routine to check in every evening to see how you did that day. Make any tweaks in your schedule that you'd like to make so that the next day you learn and you do it a little bit differently. But make sure in the evening you check in with yourself to see how well you did. And remember that there's no failure. It's just feedback. Until next time, enjoy your workout and have a great day.